Hi, this is Charlotte Neal, business owner, spa owner, corrective fascia massage therapist, author, and life coach. Coming to you today to talk about the power of a decision. I can recall many years ago, I was in a place where I felt stuck. I had taken the decision to leave my job in corporate America to pursue another business endeavor as an independent marketer of, at that time, deregulated energy. And then all of a sudden, I found myself in a whirlwind of legal troubles. Of course, identity was taken and used for criminal activity, and I had to prove that it wasn't me. And basically, it left me in a financial mess. It left me disenfranchised. It left me violated. Going to jail for a crime I never committed put me in a place where I had to literally make a decision. Am I going to let this defeat me, or am I going to rise above every challenge I faced? During this time, I found that I couldn't really escape all of my legal woes, and so it plagued me for a couple of more years. I made a decision to go to school and to start a new career. I didn't want to go back to corporate America, and at that time, I made a decision to pursue my interest was in massage therapy. Now, mind you, while I was dealing with all of my legal troubles and subsequently I was also placed on probation during this time, and I couldn't even get a job if I wanted to because, of course, when you're dealing with felony convictions that you're trying to fight against, no one wants to hire you, even though you explained your story. So while I'm in massage school and I'm studying this new field of information, I really had no idea that I would take this knowledge and create a business and write books about it. But I can tell you that when I made a decision to move forward in my life, to not be stagnated by the circumstances of what I was enduring. Yes, I tell you, I had some days where I was completely devastated by what was going on around me. But at the same time, I knew that I could not fall to pieces. And so here I am in school. I'm studying massage therapy. I just knew that it did so much for my own personal health, being that I had been diagnosed with fibromyalgia a couple of years earlier, and I didn't know exactly what my course of action would be for healing myself, but I knew I told the doctor I didn't want to take medication. And I lived in pain for about 7 good years. And so when I made that decision to walk away from my full-time corporate position, take some time off to just relax and to get from under the stress and heal my body, massage was the solution for me. Getting them on a regular, consistent basis. I was just so amazed and astonished by how much better my health improved just from the massages. So back to why I'm in school. I'm in school because, one, I couldn't get a job, couldn't go back to my corporate career with all of the situations with charges against my identity. Two, I could not see myself really doing any business. So I had put those other things on the back burner. I'm just trying to get through massage school, focus on getting off probation and getting those felony charges, off of my record. And I'm still fighting that to this day. But nevertheless, my spouse would die while I'm in school. And so that was another devastating blow. But I made a decision not to fall to pieces, not to drop out of massage school, not to give up on what I had started. And so I can tell you that that was a very defining moment for me, finishing what I started, no matter what else was happening in my life. And this is so critical for so many people that are listening to me speak. We all are going to have curveballs thrown at us. But I just believe that it's during these storms and during these challenging times, this is where you really get to shine and sparkle, and all that is in you, the resiliency, your tenacity. You got to recognize that you truly are more than a conqueror. And I can tell you, if it had not been for the confidence in who I am, knowing that I am a child of God, and I recognize that, things happen to the good and the bad. Rain falls on all of us. So bad things do happen to good people, but we don't let these bad situations or these debts that we experience when loved ones have transitioned over to the other side, and, losing our jobs, and, people stealing our identities and costing us thousands of dollars trying to dig out of holes that we didn't even know that we were part of. All of these things can come against you, but you don't have to fall to pieces under the pressure. And so I'm telling you, the power of a decision to just say to yourself, I'm going to remain steadfast, unmovable. I'm going to trust in the Lord. I believe that I can accomplish the goal I have set in front of me. I'm not going to stop. I made a decision to become unstoppable. And so I finished that program, and yet I chose not to grieve for my husband. And it took me a little while to even allow myself to feel anything. It was just so much was happening to me. And what year was this? This was 2003 when all of that was going on. And so right after my spouse would die, about 9 months after that, my mother would die. And I tell you, I didn't see it coming, but at the same time, when she passed on, I feel like the grief was like compounded, because by then I needed a break. I needed a mental break. I needed some time to heal and to grieve. And it took me about 2 years to get to that place where I knew I needed to take action, move forward in my life, and get up out of my bed of grief. And I, at that time, made a decision to make massage my career of choice. When I was in school, I really was just going to get the knowledge. I wanted to know how to do it on myself. I wanted to know more about my body. I wanted to know how come that made me feel better. And it would take me losing my mom and my husband and going through my own period of just sadness and recognizing that our health is our truest wealth. And I made a decision at that time, it was 2005, I was going to become an evangelist for health and wellness. I wanted to express to people how important it is to take care of yourself. Self-care and self-love, these are not selfish acts. To take time out to get a massage, to take time out for a mental health day and just relax and do nothing, and to just take time out to just examine yourself and see what you need. And these are things that I have been doing. Here I am today, now in my 16th year as a professional licensed massage therapist. Now I'm a business owner. I am the owner of Houston Outcall Massage Relax Zone here in the Houston, Texas, Greater Houston market, and recently even have opened up my own boutique spa called the CharSpa Massageworx. So who knew that 18 years ago, when I was fighting tooth and nail just to clear my name and to get out of jail and to show that I'm not guilty of the charges, and to deal with the loss of the two most important people in my life next to my children, my mom and my husband, and to start this massage career, not really knowing where this would go, not even knowing if I would ever even, make it, because I didn't even believe I was all that good, although people would always say, Charlotte, After having a massage by you, I felt like I was touched by an angel. And I would hear so many remarkable compliments, and people would write these reviews about the energy they felt when I touched them. And people would say, that what the pain and the affliction that they felt, it's gone. And so their comments and their feedback really started making me believe that I think I'm kind of good at this. And so I just, one day I can remember it was probably about, I'd say 4 years into my practice, I told myself I would like to be one of the best therapists on the planet. And when you speak something like that out into the atmosphere, I just believe that the universe is listening to everything we say. And we all have seen and heard and read scriptures about the law of attraction, the power of the tongue, that there's life and death in the tongue. This is what the scriptures say in the book of Proverbs. But I am telling you, when I made the statement and said that I wanted to be one of the best therapists on the planet, doors opened for me. I began to meet the kind of caliber of people who had knowledge and information that far exceeded what I learned even in massage school. And because of that new connection and those new doors that opened, it allowed me to gain specialized information that was really exclusive to just a small group of people on the earth. And that put me in a brand new position where I can treat and correct a lot of fascia, which is your body's connective tissue disorders. And so talking about hidden figures and no more hidden figures, my income level jumped. I went from being a massage therapist, working at some of the Houston spas and some of these massage chains, probably making anywhere from $16 to $20 an hour. But once I started gaining this additional knowledge about the human anatomy and understanding the connection to the body's fascia system and some of the problems that we hold in our body, wow, ladies, gentlemen, those of you that are listening to my voice, what a change in my income. What a change in how I viewed myself. What a change in how my practice was ran. Because, fast forward, from when I made that statement around 2008 that I wanted to be one of the best therapists on the planet, I would then meet the next year this health guru, a lady that was out of the Friendswood, Texas market, who at this point she had athletes coming in from all around the country to be seen by her and her team in our local market. And I got a chance to work with this person. I don't want to mention her name, of course, because I don't want to have to pay her for any extra advertisement. But I can tell you this much. She definitely raised my level of playing on the field by helping me understand fascia, helping me understand how to correct fascia distortion, helping me to help women who have, to some degree, hated things about their bodies like cellulite and dimples and dents and uneven, areas on their bodies, and just the things that, we as people, we look at ourselves and we sometimes see imperfections that sometimes diet and exercise, and how about even cosmetic surgery still don't correct. Well, we unlocked the mystery. And with that knowledge, it really put me in a whole nother playing field. And, my income really did grow. I mean, well over, tens of thousands of dollars on a monthly basis. And so I am just wanting to speak to somebody out there. If you are in a place where you feel stuck and you are unhappy with where you are, you don't like the job you're working, you don't like the company you work for, you don't even like what you're doing anymore, but you know that you were created to do something else, I am telling you, the power of a decision will really begin the process of you moving into your destiny. And I am here to tell you, make a decision. Even if that decision is by this time next year, I will be doing something I truly love and making a good living at it. Just by you declaring that, write it down, put it on paper, say it over and over again. Even so, the universe will begin to open up doors to you because you now believe that in a year's time, you're going to be doing something else. You're going to love what you're doing. You're going to make a great living doing it. And you'll begin to realize what that it is. 9 times out of 10, the pain you've endured, something that has really, vexed you and caused a lot of discomforts in your life, a lot of times your purpose is connected to that. For me, it was having all that pain for 7 years. I didn't mention that I was in 3 car wrecks in the 90s, and that's what even caused my body to begin to have all the soft tissue injury, the whiplash, all the nerve pain. So by me being in pain for many years, because I didn't want medication, I didn't know what I needed to do, that led me to getting massages. By me getting massages, feeling better, that led me to going and enrolling myself in a massage school. By staying focused and not quitting because of what was going on in my life around me and staying the course and graduating, that led me to getting a license. And I began my practice. Was it easy? Oh, no. Did my body love what I was doing? Absolutely not. I went from being the junior accountant in the oil and gas arena, sitting at a desk, crunching numbers, to now I'm standing over a massage table, doing a lot of deep tissue body work, giving all of my energy to help someone on the table feel better and release their tension. And guess what? 9 times out of 10, I was receiving some of their negative energy, and whatever they were dealing with, it was actually affecting my body. So my first few years in my new career, they were hard. I felt much pain, discomforts. I wanted to give up. I said, I think I should just go back to my corporate career. Of course, the money wasn't as good as I expected. You're working jobs and you're only making about $15, $20 an hour if you're working for someone. And of course, if you're working for yourself, there's just so many things about building a business I wasn't prepared for initially. But as I grew, and as I became better at what I was doing, as I became more confident in my abilities, my techniques, I tell you, I got to the place where my name preceded me in rooms. People knew about me in other places. People were contacting me about my fascia therapy, and they wanted to have me train them. They wanted to know, how do I perform fascia therapy in my practice? And so they paid me great amounts of money to teach and to coach them so they could take this knowledge and go back to their states where they were from. I mean, they flew in from Utah, North Carolina, California, Louisiana. They flew in from everywhere wanting to meet Charlotte Neal. So I wasn't just a small time massage therapist anymore, but my name had grown, my reputation had grown, my ability to transform a person's physical body through body sculpting, contouring, and fascia blast therapy made my name great. And I thank God for that. I thank God for all of my blessings. And I tell you, the biggest thing that I want to leave with you today is that make a decision. No matter what is happening around you, you have power over what happens to what you think. You have power to what you speak. And with your thoughts and your words, you can speak forth life over the future that you want to have, and watch the law of attraction, the goodness and the favor of our Creator. And I just believe that the universe will aid you in achieving what you believe. So it is so imperative that you not only think the right thoughts, but you want to speak the right words, and you can truly change your life by the thoughts you think, the words you speak, and making a decision. I look forward to meeting you. This is Charlotte Neal from Houston, Texas. You can find me on Instagram at I am CharSpa. You can also find me on Facebook at facebook.com/CharSpa MSG Works WORX. My website is www.houstonoutcallmassage.com. I'm also an author. I've published and co-wrote 3 books. You can find that on facebook.com/C Neal, Neal, Arthur. I look forward to you reading my books. Come into Houston and meet me for a fascia blast custom massage. It's an experience, nothing like what regular massage therapists can do for you. I would love the opportunity to meet you and serve you. And I thank you for allowing me this time to share with you the power of a decision. Hope that my story inspires you. Have a wonderful day. Bye-bye.